Hello and welcome back to Allure Sports. Today we're joined by the Don, Caolan Loughran. How are you doing?
Never better, lad. How are you?
I'm good. So first off, what's the story behind your nickname?
The Don. Fuck, I actually think I've been asked that before. Do you know the truth, lad? This was a long time ago now. This must have been over 10 years ago. I was sitting, such a stupid story. I was sitting watching fucking Narcos, and they came up Don, and I was like Don Pablo, and I was like Don the Don. And then I started saying the Don, and then the mate I was with, he was used as a fight name, and then I was like, "Ah, actually sounds all right." Then a half it was all right, and then it just stuck. And then boys back home started saying it, and there was an amateur fighter getting called that, and it's like, fucking hell, this is just it. And then it just, I was too late to change. Then and actually, I half like it, to be honest. But I actually don't think I've ever told him that story.
Going off onto your amateur career. So you registered having your first fight at 20, and then you had 10
Uh,
fights in about 2, 3 years time period, and then you went pro quite quick. What was kind of
mm.
the mindset behind being so active in the first place and turning pro so quickly?
Yeah, well, I'd been training quite a while before like a good few years before I competed in MMA. Like, I done some interclub and stuff like that there, but like record fights, I'd been training a long time. So I just wanted in cage experience, before turning pro. So I just really fought as much as I could, fought on all the shows in Northern Ireland because the south that time had closed down. It was there's a bit of a handling happened south of the border in Ireland. So most of the shows stopped. There's only really one or two. But the north those shows on every month or 2 months. So I just thought jumped as many fights as I could and try to get as much experience as I could. Like I said, I had been training for a good few years before I properly get on the scene. So that was a lot. Just the more fights you have, the more you become comfortable with it. And then if by the end of my amateur career, I was training here, living in Liverpool, training full time. And I just knew I was ready to turn pro. I had won a lot of amateur belts, and I had been training as a pro with pros every day. So that was time to turn pro. I thought.
Yeah. So building on to that, obviously the move to Liverpool, what kind of influenced that decision and what influenced Team Kaobon being the choice?
Historical gym first and foremost. Like the numbers speak for themselves. I think we've got the most UFC fighters ever from the UK or Ireland. 11. Every single one of them come from amateur. Like the most recent ones are me. I competed Collins as an amateur. Mike Grundy competed Collins as an amateur. Tom Aspinall competed under Colin as a baby. Darren Till started MMA amateur right through to Tom until getting the UFC title level. So the numbers spoke for themselves. But at that time, it wasn't Tom. It was Till was like the fucking something similar to what Hamzat was now. He was on his come up and he was getting all the hype, and he was like being built as the next McGregor and this big star from the UK. And I just loved his mentality. I loved how he was talking about himself. And then I got researched into the gym, and now he started talking about Colin, and it just came about that. And I had an Ali from Northern Ireland actually was back and forth with me asked I want to come train. So I thought I'd give it a go. And I had a fight booked, actually an amateur fight over in Ireland, and I said, let me finish out this camp because the gym I was in at the time, no hard feelings or anything, but it was only on like 2 nights a week. Then me and my brother had a private on the Friday night where I was training twice a day. Do you know what I mean? Like so, like I had to take it. Like the miles I was clocking up in Ireland to train was like ridiculous. Like hundreds and hundreds of miles a week to go any corner of Ireland, Tyrone, Derry, Belfast, Dublin, anywhere I thought it was worth training. I travelled. And it was annoying. Like it was eating into your recovery. So I just thought I'd get somewhere under one roof. There's Jim Liverpool's done this. Numbers speak for themselves. It's a 25-minute flight from fucking Belfast. I gave it a go. And I had that amateur fight on the Saturday night, won the first round. On the Tuesday morning, I was on Team Kaobon mats. Very quickly found out that I wasn't the level I thought I was. And moved in the back. I was a one-way flight, lads, at 170 quid in the bank. Didn't know one person. Didn't have a job. Didn't have a house. Slept in the back of the gym. And best decision I ever made, I would say. Best decision I ever made.
And how does it feel having that kind of level around you? You've obviously got Mike Grundy, you've got Ali, you've also got a lot of young
Yeah.
amateurs coming up as well, like Jack Grundy, Connor Clark. How's that kind of environment build you even more?
Yeah, but we're always pushed, and Team Kaobon is joined with 4 corner combat. So, like at the minute, there's the pro boxers like famous names like Shannon Courtney and James Shanahan and or James Hannigan and the young lad Louis Estos, like a really good box table. Then like Callum and Liam Smith's brother Stephen is now using our gym to coach. He's got the likes of Charlie Edwards is now boxing out of our or training out of our gym. So like the gym's really high level sparring. Liam Harrison's training there, fucking Muay Thai kickboxing legend, like twice a week. It's like really, really, really high level of combat sports, boxing, Thai, and MMA. So you're never not pushed. But then I also like I'm going traveling tomorrow to spar, but it's really, really high level, lad, and it's how it needs to be. Simple as that. You can't be if you're the top man in your gym and you're never pushed in any area. Well, you're not the one improving. Simple as that. So you have to be pushed in the gym, and needless to say, I am in our gym. Put it that way.
Going back to you saying you're traveling to spar, obviously, some videos came out of you and Corey Fry sparring a few weeks ago. How was that?
Oh,
How was that?
yeah, really good. Really, really, really good. Him and his brother. I went up to spot because I was fighting a guy, Angel Pacheco, who's like a striker predominantly, and he was taller than me coming in featherweight. So I just thought he would actually be ideal. So I went up and done some good rounds with him and his brother in their gym in Preston, and they liked it. I liked it, and they came back down. They came to our gym then, and hopefully keep that going. Absolutely, that was good rounds. Probably not specifically for this guy. My guy finding out a strict southpaw, so it has to change. I'm actually going to spar Lewis McGrillen tomorrow up in his gym in Manchester top team. That'll be good. He's a southpaw, but he's actually fighting now in 2 weeks, so he should be in good shape. Should be a good spar that. And then him up that top team, the fucking they fill the map with everyone just sitting there in the cage watching. So it's like good energy. It's like fight day. So I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. To be honest, that's tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
My coach gave me tonight off to have that, but I always like to do that. I like to train quite specifically. But you have to do that, lad, and Colin's telling me I have to invest in myself. So I'm actually flying guys in now in 2 weeks. From one guy, a couple of guys from Ireland across Europe. I'm gonna put them up for the week because it's an investment in myself, isn't it? You have to train to the style of the guy you're fighting, and you need pushed in the gym, as I saying. So no, I love that there because it's like sometimes you can get like half complacent with the guys you're training with every day. So like it's a different energy, and especially tomorrow, me going to their gym and they'll all be watching. It's like almost like fight day. Reps are as close you can get to it. And the more you can do that, the more you become comfortable and the more you can perform in it. So no, I like that. I like sparring guys from other gyms, you know.
Yeah. Obviously going back to Caolan Loughran then, obviously you have quite a good bond. The way that he announced your UFC signing, how kind of surreal was that?
Oh, unbelievable. Do you know what I was like I had seen that he had done that with Mike Grundy, like before I'd moved to Kaobon, and he had a meeting, and I knew he was talking to Sean Shelby stuff. And as soon as he called everyone in, because we were the gym, we had bought with Sean Gillies and Collins bought the floor below, so they doubled the size of the gym at that time. And Collins says he bringing everyone in for like a meeting, like all the general public and all. I was like, oh my god, this is it. I thought himself, I'm in. He's going to tell me I'm in the UFC, and then I sort of got and then he started talking about the gym and everything, and he went on for 5-10 minutes. And I was like, fuck's sake, and I got really down. I was like, it's not. I was like, I thought that was it. I thought that was it, and then the thing half ended, and then he goes, "That's all bullshit. What I'm actually here to say, welcome to the UFC," and then just hit me that. I was like, oh my god, half brought a tear to me. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
So you've said before that Rome was your favorite moment. Do you feel like that tops it, or do you think the win in New Jersey tops that?
Yeah, all oh no, well Rome was good, like, but even Paris the defeat was better. Like in the UFC is where it's at, lad. I love the UFC. I love talking to people about the UFC. I love telling people I'm in the UFC when they talk to me about it. It's always been my goal, lad. So no, everything in the UFC is gonna top anything that happened prior. But that was an unbelievable night. That was deadly experiences, deadly like family friends all come to Rome, team go to Rome, deadly week, unbelievable. That was only just a year ago last week, fucking mental. That was only a year ago. But no, America was better just to get the win in a historical venue like that and to put on a pretty good performance. And that was definitely better, for me anyway.
Obviously you've got quite a unique style. Have you always had that, or is that something that you've worked with Colin specifically? Or
oh no, my style has changed significantly from like 5.5 years ago when I moved here. Like I was actually a southpaw back foot fighter then, but let's use my attributes. I'm half a weight bully. I cut a lot of weight and I like to throw bantamweights about. To be honest, I kind of always try to go forward and use my attributes on them. So no, it's a bit of both, lad. I just kind of have found my feet and find out what works for me from my physical attributes and my IQ and the way I think about fighting. Just kind of have worked. So I had a bit of both. Obsessed coach and obsessed fighter, and you're on that winner, aren't you?
yeah,
and that's what I have.
Obviously this opponent isn't the one that you called out. Is Raul Rojas Jr. still on your mind? And there's another man who's been calling your name, who you've got a past with, in Nathan Fletcher.
Has he? Eh?
He has. There's
Wow.
a few clips on YouTube of him talking about you recently. So
Is there? Eh? Wow, I genuinely didn't know that. Fair play to him. Hey, I certainly have no enemies with anyone at that level. If he can get to the UFC, by all means, absolutely. That could be good, but I'm not looking backwards, lad. I didn't. He was on the Ultimate Fighter, wasn't he?
yeah.
And this interview like since he's been on the Ultimate Fighter, is he?
I believe it was after your last fight, so I don't think he was on the Ultimate Fighter at that point.
Oh, aye.
So
oh, here, fair play to him. Hopefully, maybe he wins it and he can get in. That'll be good. I couldn't give a fuck about him though. That's the truth. I'm looking upwards like I couldn't care less.
and
It's all the best of him.
Rojas Jr. still on your mind?
Yeah, 100%. He's actually a big name. He's someone I care about. He's I don't know if you've seen the other night, like a broke guys fighting him. Now you can see that on Twitter for about 8 minutes before I put it right. Because someone texted my coach Sean Gillies like, "Who's he fighting?" And Gillies lied and said Rosas' opponent pulled out to put Caolan and him together. And I was lying on my sofa, and I swear to God, for about 8 minutes, my phone was going off like boom. I was like, "What the fuck is this? This is bullshit." It's like, it's not true. I had to tweet it. But he's a famous fucking kid, him, because for about 8 minutes on that Gillies bastard lying, my phone was going off like insane. It was mad. So absolutely, I want to fight him. I think he will beat. I rate Rosas like he's dangerous kid. I just think he's stupid, and I'll beat him. But I know he's got skills. I know he's looking big at the minute. He's training with good guys. He travels a lot. He's been training with O'Malley. He's been training with Aljo. Training with Marab. All these guys. I know he's got skills in the grappling, and his striking, his technique, and that's good. So I just think his IQ wouldn't be the best and his mentality, but or not just his approach to fighting. I don't think he's at my level there, but he's definitely dangerous. It made sense for me the last time. I thought after all that like every you guys get fucking million views calling him out, so I thought it made sense. The usually didn't go for it, but if he can get a win and I can get a win, it can be all the bigger at the end of the year. And even if you want a really quick turnaround in the sphere, because the next Independence Day, isn't it? He will he's fighting earlier than me. He's fighting now June 8th. I'd imagine they'll want him in September. If they want me to turn around, it be 7 weeks or so after my fight here, in my opinion, I have a harder fight than Rosas in Ramon Taveras. People just don't know him yet as well as Rosas. But if I was to come through that relatively unscathed, I would definitely turn around and fight him in the sphere. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
What do you think of this kind of new age of bantamweights coming in as well? Because you've got people like Cameron Simon, Peyton Talbot, Rojas, and yourself coming through. What do you think it means for the rest of the division?
I think that Cameron Simon is absolutely shite. I rate Talbot. He is good. He bit the fuck out of Simon. I don't think Simon will be in the UFC in a year from now, to be honest. I wanted him when he was 3-0, but now it's dying off. He's getting fucked up every time he walks out the cage. So I don't rate him. I think Peyton Talbot's very good. Struggled a lot in his debut with a guy at his back and stuff, and then the kid just got tired. He fought a kid I was training out in America, Tracy Cortez's brother. They fought in the Contender Series. I know he's good. Talbot, I think he will be ranked soon. He will go to the top of the division, absolutely. Rosas is still very, very, very young. But Bantamweight is just class, lad. Every time there's a Bantamweight fight in the UFC, you know it's going to be good and it's going to be high level. It's kind of not like medium with everyone. It's got obviously got the speed and technique at the low levels with the high level scrambles. And then it's still got power. Everyone there's still knockouts all the time. It's the highest level division. And I thought it was lightweight about 2 years ago, but now I think it's bantamweight. Like the 15th ranked guy could win the title on any given night. Not that I really rate O'Malley. I think he's really high level and very underrated, but the UFC bantamweight division is fucking unbelievable. Number 35 could beat number 10 on any night. It's so like on the night, and there's so many guys that are so dangerous. So many guys don't even know they're high level. So bantamweight's flying, lad. And anytime it's a bantamweight fight in the UFC, I watch it, not just as like a competitor, but as a fan of MMA. You know.
Yeah. Going back to that, what would be your dream fight in bantamweight and also outside your weight class? If you could have any two fights, what would they be?
Absolutely, Sean O'Malley is the number one fight. Absolutely, 100%. He's the top dog. He's the champ. He's the champ, lad. So give him respect. He's the biggest name. I love the fight Merab down the line. A couple of years from now, I absolutely love the fight Merab. A lot of respect for Merab. He went 0-2 in the UFC. Not a lot of people know that. That put him as a 7-4 pro. Actually had a funny run in with him in Atlantic City. Half turned up me, the fucker. Wild small, by the way. Like I couldn't believe how small he was. I thought he'd have run through O'Malley. After seeing the size of the wee cunt, I don't think he will. I think O'Malley will beat him. I think he'd clip him and put him away, or at least hit him from far, far away. But I'd love to train him, Marab, just because of his mentality and stuff like that. But anyway, I was coming back. And the UFC, did you ever see that there, like, where the photo where Johnny Walker's, like, outside in his fucking shorts?
Oh, yeah, outside the arena.
So the UFC do that? I did not. I thought that was just him. So I done all my interviews and fucking, like, everything. I got actually all the extra media, Megan Levy and all, ESPN. I got all this media. And then I was walking back around to the fucking change rooms. And they goes, all right, Caolan, go right. I was like, well, the changers were down the left. He goes, no, that's you. They looked outside, right? It's like the underground parking lot with a big bus. I was out there, and I was in my bare feet, fucking blood on my hands. I was like, what are you talking about? I have to go share and go like, I have tickets. I'm gonna go watch the fight. They give me tickets. Like, they're like, no, you're not allowed to. You have to go back to the hotel. You have to leave. I was like, what the fuck? So I had to go back to the hotel. Sure. I land back to the hotel, and the UFC's rented like the whole bottom floor, and I could see at the way that the hotels were enormous out there, but I had to go. I could see the bottom. Like, fuck, there's Morab, but I just won. I think fuck, there's Morab, and I walk up to him, and obviously my fight had been played all over the hotel and all the casinos and that in Atlantic City, and he goes, "Good fight, bro. Good fight, bro." And I kind of half looked down and I guess here up to him, and when I got there and went, "Respect." That's what I said to him. It goes, respect, because I actually do respect Morab, but love to train him. And he looked at me, and me and my coach Colin and Gillies had walked on past, and I turned around. He's going, whoa. Like, I don't know if it was like my accent or his like lack of English, but he thought I had said something like shit talk to him. Maybe it's the way I looked at him, but I'd actually been respectful. And his friend goes, no, it's okay. So he'd been nice, and then he goes, all right, like I just bust out laughing. I said, fucking ease up, me man. I was actually being nice to him. But there's a funny story. Like, I'd love to train him. No, I do. He is good, and he's fucking a workhorse. Like,
yeah. Who do you reckon would gas first? Because you've got quite a good tank on you. Do you reckon
I'm telling you, it wouldn't be me. I'm telling you, it wouldn't be me. No way. At least, you ever see that thing, Will Smith in the treadmill? It's like, one of us are gonna die, or you're gonna get off first. Or one of us are gonna die, or he's gonna get off first. But that
way. So after a fight, what is the post-fight ritual?
Do you know what? I usually the next day I'd always like, I don't really get the chance to go out or anything out there, but the next day I just love sitting drinking pints with my friends, just talking about the whole experience stuff. I'm in pain. The last time I was in Atlantic City, lad, and That Pacheco, man, he is a tough guy. I don't know if he was sore, but my foot, and only really this week, and that was fucking 2 months ago, only really this week, the pains of the way, my foot from booting him was fucked. Like I'm kicking his shin bone or his knee, or I don't know what it was. But I was not, that was the worst pain I ever had after a fight in my life by a mile. So I was with the people who went to the fight and I was with them, but I couldn't even take a beer. I just wanted to lie down. So I usually go take a few pints, lad, and relax with my friends and family, but I wasn't even really fit to do that the last time. That's the truth.
Are you a big eater after your fights? Have you got like
Okay, you know, the truth, lad, I think, like, see, when you go through them, I'd never really had shit until I'd done weight cuts, but like, I think fight like go into like a proper eating disorder for about a week because like you literally can't eat anything but fucking fats and protein for about a week. When you're cutting weight, you cut all the carbs, you waterload, you deplete your body of everything. For about a week to 10 days, I think fighters go into not even joking, like literal eating disorders just because they can. They know they don't have to make weight for a while. So I try to keep it half sensible, but it does be hard, not to lie.
that's something that you've documented quite well yourself about your kind of weight cutting journey and how it's getting better and better each kind of time. What do you think that kind of shift was? Did you start working with the nutritionist or you just understanding yourself a bit better?
Both. I have a sponsor over here, Just Juice Nutrition. Liverpool. He sponsors me he cooks me 2 meals a day. It's unbelievable help. Just even like for handling, coming from like when you're in training camp and you can't be bothered cooking, just having it sit, it's cooked fresh every morning. So that helps a lot with the weight cut. But then the last like day or two, or the last even like week, I literally have notes in the notepads of every single weight cut I've done from this, even before Cage Warriors to now, like detailed notes of the numbers I'm hitting and how much exercise I've done and what much water I drunk. I've got it all noted down. So that's just experience. I just keep at least then I know if I'm like I need to pick it up today on the Tuesday or the Wednesday, or I'm ahead of schedule. Do you know what I mean? Like you can you've got like a rough guide. You've done these numbers before because I do cut a substantial amount of weight. Like right now, I'm very lean. 10 weeks out, very lean though, and I'm like 75, 76 kilos. It's quite a cut to 61 because I genuinely don't like. I'm not fat. Like I'm in shape. So yeah, I do cut a lot of water weight, but I just get better at it, and then the people around you are also a massive help, of course.
Where's the favorite place that you fought so far? Because you fought in Amsterdam, you fought in Italy, you fought in Belfast, America. Where's your favorite venue so far?
It's a weird. The best venue is definitely the Boardwalk Hall, the last one I fought in. But the city of Atlantic City is shithole, so it's a weird one. It is a weird place. It's like really weird. Like it was a big spot in the 80s apparently, but no building's been renovated once since the 80s. And it's so weird. During the week, it's like literally a ghost town, and then the weekends the casinos are full. It was the weirdest place I've ever been. Nowhere to eat. Like literally nowhere for my team to eat. My two coaches were eating a Starbucks all week. So the actual city was crap. But the arena was like, lad, you want to see like the names like fucking Roberto Duran, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Larry Holmes, Muhammad Ali, like all these historic, Sugar Ray Leonard, all these like historic. It's one of them places like it's kind of like the Ulster Hall in Belfast, only way bigger. But the Ulster Hall, you walk in, you can feel like history in it. As soon as we and Michael, like we arrived, we were there really early because I had to get drug tests stuff. We were there really early, and I goes to the UFC guys, I'm going out. I'm going out to the cage, and you're not too late. It's like I'm definitely going out to feel this place before everyone gets here. And I argue with them for ages, and they eventually got out. And as soon as you could just like feel it. You knew there was history in that arena. You could smell it. So that was the best arena definitely I ever fought. 100%.
Obviously your brother's coming up now. How's it kind of feel to be you in the UFC and kind of paving the way for him to follow? He sees those goals. How's that kind of feel?
Oh no, it's good. Like it was. I mean, I didn't have that like someone so close. I had teammates who were in the UFC and fighting at the top main event and like telling that, but I didn't have a brother like so. No, it's deadly. And then just talking about Atlantis there, he was he was there all week because he had the fight in Amsterdam, like, what was it, 3 weeks after or something. So Reese, who was on the same card as me, were tearing trains now. They were training, so Tiernan went with their coaches and they trained all week together. And he was loving the fucking time of it. Like he says he rocked in the UFC hotel and he like a load of gear. And Mick Maynard met him. He goes, "You hear the UFC? Mick Maynard is the UFC matchmaker." And he says, "Aye." He says, "Do you know how to get to the fighter hotel?" He goes, "Aye, I'll show you how." So he walked Mick Maynard into the hotel. Then Gilbert Burns walks up and high fives the two of them and goes, "Good to see you." And he says, he's like, "What the fuck is going on here?" So he was just having an unbelievable time of it. And then him being backstage at the UFC and then being at the weigh-ins and being at the, I go to him, what do you think of this? And he goes, it feels right. It's like, that's deadly, because I didn't have that. So no, it's good, definitely good. Hopefully share a car with him in a few years' time, isn't
it? Where would be your favorite place to main event if you got a choice now?
Vegas, Viva Las fucking Vegas, absolutely. But Dublin, of course, Dublin would be I'll be something you'd take to the grave. But my dreams are always Vegas, 100%.
MGM Grand or anywhere?
They don't use it anymore. The UFC don't fucking use it anymore. I don't know why. I'd love them. I think I'm not 100%. I could be wrong here, but Dana White's banned out of a load of casinos, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think that might be one of the reasons why they don't go to the MGM anymore. The T-Mobile they use now, and it's absolutely unbelievable. They reckon Spheres are one and done. That'll be cool, but the T-Mobile is the spot now. Like Saudi and over in the Middle East in general. I was in Dubai there for a couple of weeks back there. It's the Middle East is the Dubai itself is the coolest place I've ever been, but the Middle East somewhere I would definitely want to fight. Only really the Middle East, Dublin, maybe MSG, but Vegas for me is the be all and end all. Like Vegas is the fight capital of the world, isn't
it? Yeah. Have you gotten any chances to really travel around with training outside of Liverpool and Ireland, like Thailand, America? Have you got anywhere in mind you'd like to go?
Yeah, well, the whole of January there, 4 weeks, I was in Cejudo in his gym. That was quite cool. In Scottsdale beside Phoenix in Arizona, a couple of hours in Vegas. Fight ready MMA. It's like probably for right now for small guys as good as you'll get in the world. Like they've got Davis and Figueiredo there. He wasn't there when I was right enough. But when I was there, there was Cejudo, the two Basharat brothers, that Ring Liang fought the weekend. There was about 15. We Bruno Silva, the UFC flyweight. There was about 15 UFC flyweights and bantamweights. That was a great trip. Thailand, not so much, to be honest. A couple of gyms around America. I'd like to get to Vegas. There's a couple of good. Again, Marab's gym, that extreme. Wouldn't mind doing a few weeks training with them guys, but probably only really that. And then I always like to go test myself. So if it was like going to be like a week in, I don't know, say fucking even All Stars, even 3 or 4 days up in Sweden, something relatively close, I wouldn't mind doing that. But I would definitely go to Vegas and around America. I love that lad. That's living the dream. Like, but my team is my team. Like that's who I came from amateur with, and that's who I retire with. You know.
Yeah.